Hello everybody and welcome to a video on basically on the update, the injury of Shea Weber. So basically, before I start with that, I'm gonna talk about Shea Weber. Okay, so Shea Weber is a defenseman originally drafted by the Nashville Predators, and in I think early 2000s, and so he played like really well with them. He eventually rose to be their captain for many years, and then suddenly in 2016, the Canadians swapped their defenseman PK Subban for Weber. Now, when this happened, a lot of people were pretty upset, like because Subban was a well-liked player here in Montreal, so they were like, "Oh, we want Subban. He's better than Weber is." And then also, what the other thing was that Subban is younger than Weber. So obviously, anytime a player is younger, you'd like to keep as many young players as possible on your team, right? Because the younger they're having, they're at their prime, right? Excuse me. So yeah, so they swapped to Subban for Weber, and when Weber came here in Montreal, he did pretty good. I remember the first season he did well. He did defensive moves. He scored some goals, got a decent number of points, and unfortunately, the Canadians lost in the first round that year to the New York Rangers. But the National President, on the other hand, went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. So yeah, of course people are like, oh, you traded Subban, they made the Cup Finals. Well, obviously it wasn't just Subban. It was Subban that the National Predators made the Stanley Cup Final. So anyway, so that's all. So that ended, and then last year, what happened was Weber ended up getting hurt. He had started playing in the first couple of months, and then I think around December, he got injured. Well, he had gotten injured, and then so he was out pretty much the whole season. And what we later found out was it happened during, I think, essentially the first game of the season. Apparently, what happened was his foot, I guess, hit into the Buffalo player's foot, he hit into the Buffalo player ever so slightly, but I guess it was enough to injure him because he had arthroscopic knee surgery. It's a meniscal tear in his right knee. Oh no! Wait, no. Sorry, that was Sorry, no. That's the current surgery that he had. Terminal damage to the knee was more. Performed to recover from the previous. So he had foot surgery in the March after. Yeah, foot surgery. Recovery expected to take 6 months, and then so that's what we ended up told that he was gonna play. He was gonna start in October next year. But now they had announced Canadians on July 5th. Which is a bit old, but nonetheless, that he hadn't got another surgery. This time to repair. Let's see. It was good. Like knee arthroscopy surgery was needed. So yeah, so June 19th in Colorado. Yeah, so it required more comprehensive procedure. So yeah, the recovery period for this latest knee surgery will be 5 to 6 months. So basically, we'll keep him until mid-December. So you can imagine when this happened, the outrage because why did we trade for Weber? He's hurt, and Subban is healthy, and he's younger, and we could have had Subban. But here's the thing. What I thought about it was that I don't remember Weber ever being injured. I think in his entire career. I can search it right now. So if we go here, no, not Bizarro. Why was I searching? Oh yeah, the Superman villain. Okay. So whatever. Okay, we'll use Weber injury history. Let's see. I don't know if yeah. Okay. So he was drafted 2003, 49th overall. Injury. Okay, so he had a late season injury. It looks like in his junior career. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he got injured once in 2007, and then that's Zetterberg. Whoops. Probably from a slap shot. Okay, so yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's it, looks like. Yeah, so basically like one injury 10 years ago. And another injury like not 10, 11 years ago. It's like something like 14 years ago. So yeah, so obviously when the Canadians got Weber, they weren't expecting him to get injured like that. I mean, you can't really. That's the thing. You can't really control. Maybe because he's older now. I don't know. You can't really control when you get a player. If they're gonna be injured. That's the great risk in any sport. Is that when you get a player that you might risk they might get injured and things like of that nature, but you don't really know when you get a player if they're gonna be injured. The good news is that I think Markov has something similar. Like about I don't remember like 4 or 5 seasons ago, he had got some kind of meniscal tear too. Actually, if I look it up, on Andrei Markov. That was the Wikipedia. So we go, let's see. Kane lost 2009. Yeah. Yeah, look, okay. Oh, this is a knee injury. Yeah, okay, so he had gone in another knee injury, but I remember it had something to do with meniscal tear or something like that, but then he was okay after that. So, maybe this is a good sign because the Canadiens head physician here seems to Dr. Mulder, who's been a physician for many years. I don't so I can see how many years he's been with the Canadiens. Ah, he's not in here. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go to the Canadiens website. Switch to English. Let's see. Team. Oh, okay. If I scroll to the bottom here, I should about us. No, it's in the wrong one. Roster. Okay, now we don't want the roster. We want the front office. Hockey operations. Let's see. All right. Administration, training, sports science. No. Consultants. Professional scouting, no. Wow, I'll just search his name. Here. Okay, so he's even the chief surgeon. So wow, he's been serving since 1963. Holy cow. Okay, so he has many years of experience being the Canadiens' head physician. Yeah, head physician. So basically, he says excuse me. Okay, so straightforward. Yeah, he's had an excellent repair of the meniscus. He's a world expert in that. Estimated between 5 to 6 months. So he'll be okay. Optimistic. Okay, and Weber's reaction. Yeah, well, I'd be disappointed too. But it must be a pain for a player if they can't even play. But anyway, he seems to think it's a definitive long-term solution. So if he thinks that it's pretty good, like it's need to be done, and I'd rather it be done now than not doing anything, and then it just gets worse and worse. Then he might not be able to play again, right, due to injury. It's happened to a lot of players where they've gotten an injury that a career-ending injury that's never allowed them to play again. So yeah, I'd rather Weber just do the surgery and do the proper rehabilitation and short-term pain for long-term gain, right? Because I honestly, do I think the Kansas are gonna make the playoffs next season? Not really. But I mean, what I want is, if they improve, right? If they go from 71 points to like 95 points, or just on the cusp of being in the playoffs, I think that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good improvement, and especially since we have a lot of if we got like our centers coming up, and if they prove good, then when they're good, when we start to be a real team, Weber's going to be there to be able to provide for like defensive duties and all that kind of stuff. So it's better that he does it now. You know, it's gonna, in the short term it'll cost us, but if it gets him an extra 6 years with the 6-7 years of playing full time with like no injury, like I'd say it's worth it. You know, you never know with these injuries. Sometimes you get one injury, you get healed, and you play the rest. Sometimes you get like one really bad injury, and then that's it. So especially since especially since we won't be able to replace him with anybody, because we've lost we traded Subban for him. So yeah, so I mean, it is kind of disappointing that his injury is going to be till mid-December, but I think it's better that they just they go through it, do all that stuff, than just repair, not like just do like the Band-Aid method, because the Band-Aid method is good for short term, but long term it just gets worse and worse. So better they do it now. Hopefully Weber recovers okay, which I'm pretty sure he will, and we're ready for December. So I don't think I still think Weber's a good player. I don't mind so much. I mean, I like Subban a lot, but we did need some defensive. I mean, because Subban's not really. I mean, he's okay defensively. I mean, I still find him, but he can score like goals too and move up the offense. But I think we need a defensive defenseman. Like Shea Weber's like a defensive man who's really like can be pretty deadly on the power play. So anyway, we'll see. Hopefully he'll get healed and all that stuff. So excuse me, I've been burping a lot. So that's it, I guess, for this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day and stuff. Bye, and thanks for watching.